And safety state.
All right, everybody, hello and welcome to the Ad Hoc Senior Housing Committee meeting of today's December 17th, 2025, and it looks like it's probably going to be our final meeting of the year. Um, and I would like to share with you all, because I know you're enormously curious about this, that I can't get this thing lined up. No, that certain meetings normally held at municipal offices are being held remotely with adequate alternative means of public access, and where required, public participation provided in accordance with House Bill Number 62 of the 194th General Court, which extended the governor's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the Open Meeting Law, Mass General Laws, Chapter 38, Section 20, until June 30th, 2027. Meetings are typically rebroadcast on Frontier Community Access Television, except they're not, but they are available on YouTube. And I'm thinking seriously about my next career as being one of those people who reads the advertisements on television. I I have to say, I know this is not the meeting, but I started watching some stuff on Prime, and I have ads, and the side effects they always go, liver disease, high blood pressure, death, blah 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 blah. I'm like, what? A side effect?
I know. Yeah.
Anyhow, all right, let's get our show on the road. Let us take a roll call. I know that Carolyn has told us that she will not be here. So, Pam Predmore,
Present.
Kathy Sylvester,
You're
and Lily Dwight present. Absent is Blake. We have a guest tonight, Alex Galloway, who's becoming a regular attendee. I'd love to put her on the committee, but the poor woman's got plenty to do. Um, anyway, any
call
motions?
the meeting to order, or right?
Hmm?
Call the meeting to order.
I did.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that. Oh,
at,
sorry.
at, at five
I was
o'clock
miss-
sharp. Put that
5 o'clock.
put
Oh,
that in the
sorry.
minutes. Yeah.
I apologize. I missed it.
Well, it's just before I read the hoo-ha. Um, any comments, amendments, questions about the minutes from December 3rd meeting?
No.
I will entertain any motions regarding them.
I move we accept the minutes from that date as read.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay, all those in favor. Kathy Sylvester,
Yes.
Pam Predmore,
Yes.
Lily Dwight, yes. Okay, updates. Moving on to the RFP status. And um, Alex incorporated all of our suggestions into the RFP and did a fantastic job. I just got the final letter from Amy Hahn, who got Pete Law to sign it, about the that says that the ORAD is covered under that extension and is good until 2028. And I forwarded it to you, Alex, because I don't know
Thanks.
if you were CC'd. So if you could put it in the packet.
Yep.
Um, also,
What is it called? I'm sorry.
the the ORAD
The
is
ORAD. Sorry.
just
Yeah.
it's the ORAD is valid until 2028. That's just the
Okay.
Conservation Commission saying that, because the ORAD included in the packet um,
Okay.
would might be a
Yeah,
plus.
while we're on it, I was gonna just add it to the end of the ORAD attachment that's already in the RFP and just say, what did I approved ORAD in extension letter, if that's okay.
Beautiful. I think
Okay,
that would be
cool.
wonderful.
Okay,
Thank you so
awesome.
much. And am I correct, Alex, that the only change that you proposed and that you and I discussed via email that I thought made perfect sense was under the developer section? I
Mhm.
will share my screen so everybody can see it.
Yeah,
But is
I
this
could share it if you want, Lily. It's up to you.
oh,
Whoever's easier.
that would be awesome,
Okay.
because I'm trying to, and you have the power.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, let me do it. I've got it up
I
anyway,
have the
so.
power. Yeah, I have it in a PDF thing, so it's going to be a pain in the neck.
Okay, so let's see. I think it was, let's see, let me just
It,
minimize
it
y'all for
it's
a second.
it's on page 9.
Thanks. Okay.
All
9. Oh yeah. So this was, oh sorry.
You want to make it larger, please?
Yeah. So
Here we go.
this is the section about the proposal submission requirements and the developer. And I only added this verbiage or purchase of the property because everywhere else we say it's a land lease or purchase of the property. So it was just a very minor tweak
Which
to add
makes
it.
which makes it consistent. And
May
thank you.
I ask a quick question about that?
Hmm.
Sure.
The land lease, is there a limit to that?
What do you mean?
Well,
We-
um, Housing Authority ended up leasing a piece of property from UMass. It was a 99-year
That's
lease.
typical, yeah.
Okay, do we need to say something about that or not?
No, because that would be a part of the negotiation, no doubt.
Got it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I'd
it's
probably leave
Yeah,
that.
and it seems unlikely. I know in Sunderland they did a purchase and it was for $1 or something like that. But whatever, we just wanted to leave all the options open, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was
And
the
then
only big change, right?
do you mind if I actually, well, so I have one more proposal if you guys
Yeah,
are okay with it. So
go
I
for it.
spoke with Laura from FERCog this afternoon after I sent this to you, Lily, of
Okay, all
course.
right.
And so she actually recommended that we add in any of the attachments like from the addenda as just attachments. So rather than adding the addendum with its links to attachments, just add like the
Oh,
appraisal,
the physical
the
stuff instead of
physical documents
links.
as attachments in here. Um,
It's a pain in the neck for you, but I don't have any objections to that.
that's okay. As long as you guys are okay with it. I was just starting to go through the addendum and just pull those. There's only like 4 things. It was like the phase one. Actually, here I have it up somewhere. Oh, sorry, of course the Zoom bar is
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, it's just
right.
right now that's it's links because the thought was
Yeah,
that you wouldn't have this massive thing, but it seems like they prefer
yeah.
massive things.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's like the phase one, the appraisal, and then an approval of the property conveyance, just things that were already publicly disclosed. It's just
Right.
making them a little clearer in this publication of the RFP.
Okay, that makes a
So,
ton of sense. And so my understanding would be that all the stuff at the front of the document that has the dates and the timelines,
yeah.
they're going to modify all that to be
Yep,
when they can start.
yep, exactly.
Excellent.
Laura's already aware. And so she said, yeah, she's fine with that. She can get it out as long as we could send it as soon as possible. They have a few
Okay.
other, spring procurement things going on. So.
So if we need to get from them a proposal, contract, etc., right?
Yeah, I think we can kind of just revise the last one we did and like denote it as like a republication or something like that. Whatever your preference is for that.
I don't as long as we just have we don't have anything like that, right? So right now.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to get the process in order. So maybe the thing to do would be um if you could get this together and send it to her so she can see what it
yeah.
is and then
How much?
she can propose to us the
The
pricing.
price.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
perfect.
like so then our committee needs to vote on it,
Right.
which we would do first thing in January presumably, right? If we get
Yeah.
this thing
I
moving.
think that probably makes sense. I'm
Um,
sure we could get the proposal by the 7th,
Okay.
I would guess.
Alex,
Yeah.
um, if you could go back to I'm sorry, but back
Oh,
to
no,
the
no, no.
screen
Of
sharing that you
course.
had up. I have a question about some dates.
Oh,
I wouldn't
yeah.
worry about dates because they're not real.
I hope
Yeah.
not, because it says 21 something or other.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they all have to be changed throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, or was it the other screen, Pam? Sorry, I
No,
could.
it was this one, RFP 2024-2125.
Yep, it'll have to get all new numbering and stuff because it has to go into the Combi system. And so it'll get all revamped with all new numbers pretty much anywhere that there's a
Yeah. There'll be a whole new
RFP reference or
timeline.
date.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
As long as somebody's keeping an eye on that, that's good.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
it's kind of because we're handing it to FERCog, it's kind of like when they publish it, then they have to like, trigger all those other dates. And so that's part of their services that they'll provide for us.
Okay.
all right. So next up, we need to vote to accept the RFP and ask with Alex's changes and direct Alex to submit it to FERCog to get an estimate. Well, I move that we accept the changes and direct Alex to share it with FERCog so that we could get a contract going.
Second.
All right, all those in favor? Kathy? You're muted, Kathy. I saw your lips move, but they're still moving, those lips.
I'm too busy taking notes.
Okay.
I don't have time for this now. I'm just kidding. So yes.
Okay. Pam Predmore?
Yes.
Lily Dwight, yes. All right. Wonderful. Thank you, Alex. So I think, Alex, that we've got nothing else that involves you unless you want to hear the update on the backyard ADUs visit, which I could shift forward.
Oh, sure.
'Cause
Yeah,
you had
since
to
I had
leave.
to peel out early, I'm sorry about that
Yeah,
too.
no, you said you were going to have to. So we'll jump to that if you all are comfortable. Pam and I froze our feet off with Mr. O'Reilly standing in the snow. But it was good. I think that, and that map that you provided us, Alex, was helpful to him, and he took that with him. So I think that's great. We asked him to go back to his shop, talk to people, and see what they thought they might be able to do. Like if, with understanding that with their work, there could be no elevators probably and stuff. And so the idea would be if they could put together a little cottage, cluster. That he emphasized this multiple times, right, Pam? They are the builders. They are not the managers. So that would be with RDI. So he and his group organization wanted to talk with RDI, and they are already working with RDI in a couple of places. Montague, I think.
Yeah.
So, nothing super fast, but I'm glad that he came. I'm glad that he saw the layout, and we'll please make sure that they're on the RFP when it goes out. That's one of the things to make sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I mean, yeah, like technically the town could go for grants to build housing. And if we kept the ownership of it and RDI only wanted to lease it. I mean, it gets messy. I don't know if the
Oh
board
yeah,
would,
the town doesn't want to manage it. So
I don't
RDI
think so either.
would probably build it with ADU, and then Franklin Regional Housing and Redevelopment Authority would no doubt be
Captured.
the
Okay,
managers. Yeah,
cool.
that would be the big idea.
Ideal.
They're our housing authority, so
Yeah,
it makes the most sense.
definitely.
But so that is another way forward, right? It would be
Yeah.
not nearly the number of homes for people that we had hoped to house, but better than zero. And, anything that we can get in this current economy is a plus.
Yeah.
The one debate, that I will share with you guys, that a conversation that Alex and I had on email was, she asked if we wanted to bump the age down to 60, but I will share with you that the federal level is 62, which is why we have it at 62, so we could be eligible for federal funding. Not that the current administration is going to give any funding to Massachusetts, but just in case, this too shall pass. So we left it at 62. Okay. All right. There's no news from the state level. I have not heard back from Christine Medor, which is unusual because she's been very, very responsive. I suspect that between the holidays and the budget stuff that's going on, that might be the problem. Um, so I don't know. I mean, I could try bugging her again, but I think it makes sense just to wait till after the new year. What do you guys think? Hello?
I know.
Hello?
I, I don't know. I sort of feel like it doesn't hurt to just send a, hi, we're still here.
I did do that.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. No, I emailed her 2 weeks ago, and I said we haven't given up. We're going to be doing the RFP again. We've been working on, expanding it and making it less constricted and or restrictive. And the question was, because remember, Carolyn's really pressing to get this out in January, but as I recall, Christine had said February was better. But that's what I was basically asking. So, when would you recommend that we put it out? But let's just go onward, and I will follow up with her in January and just say, "Are you mad at us?"
Lily, can
Mhm.
can I make one comment about the visit with
Oh,
Backyard
please.
ADU?
Yes. Yeah.
I was a little distressed to hear how low the number of units was tossed around during that meeting. Because we have talked about 30 or so. But at one point, if I remember correctly, during that meeting, I heard the numbers 20 or 15. And I am really, really hoping that they will be able to fit more in there, particularly if if they're able to do like a duplex, like at least two back to back sort of thing. And even we talked with him a little bit about having them be, what's that word? Sort of not lined up exactly, but
Right. Right.
sometimes they're lined up like this.
Right.
And
But
that,
Pam, the problem is that we can't. It can only be one story. We can't do elevators,
I
and
know
so
that.
fitting 20 units on there with one floor. I we'll just see. We'll see what they have to say.
I'm
I
sure
I
they
mean, I
will try to
agree.
build as many as they possibly can because they
Yeah,
want to make the money, of course.
there you go.
So they'll put whatever they can.
They are as motivated as we are.
Yeah.
And apparently the um, the EPA is destroying all of the wetlands protections, and the definitions of God, what's that term? Alex, that not adjoining, but they connecting wetlands and stuff. They're saying they're just blowing it all up, which sucks for the planet, but could be really good for senior housing. So, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. All right. So FERCog status is we're moving ahead with getting a contract for them to manage the RFP. And I have not heard back from Josh Cuddy. Have you ever heard anything from the state, Alex? Remember that meeting with Josh and everybody?
Yeah, I haven't, it's been crickets. I haven't really seen anything. I think they were emailing you more than I saw anything.
Before, but not since. And I did do an email follow up and
Yeah.
heard nothing. Um,
Um,
was that meeting in October? Do I remember that right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if maybe like their office has just been busy with the ADU thing the governor released last week
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I would assume like Christine and most of those folks
That,
would be
that makes sense.
scrambling to try to figure out what all these financial programs and the hows and the minutia that goes into setting up
Yeah.
those programs
So,
are.
so Alex, do you know if is there money in their ADU initiative that we could tap to do this thing if backyard ADUs comes up with something?
It doesn't really look like it. It's more for like private investment. So there's a design challenge, and then there's 10 million for homeowners to build more ADUs, and then it's just financing, so loans to again homeowners beginning in 2026 to help create ADUs.
So,
So
just, I know
yeah.
it's a little off topic, but do they make a distinction about supporting septic systems versus sewer systems?
I didn't see anything, and of course, I got a call from the recorder asking about my comment, and that was exactly it.
Where does the poop go?
It's like, these things are great, but, unless you're rolling the septage and the utilities like into the financing mechanisms or deregulating it somehow or something, that's going to be the problem in rural areas. We're
Yeah,
just,
sure is.
But what for the senior housing, aren't we
oh,
collecting into the town's
Yes,
sewer
yes,
yeah,
system and electric lines and stuff? Okay,
yes.
thank
yeah.
you.
But if,
Just checking.
yeah, but so Pam, if, for example, we were going to build, oh, I don't know, does the Yankee Candle corporate,
The
it's,
headquarters is like the end of
it's
the
the end.
sewer
Okay,
and
so it would
line.
have, that would be just a phenomenal place to do workforce housing, in my
Yeah.
opinion. And put a bus stop there. Oh, that'd be so cool. Anyway, that's that's another day. Um, okay. All right. Well, we are through our agenda. We have public comment. Alex, you anything you want to say?
No, thank you for
Okay.
allowing me to always crash your meetings.
Hey, thank you so much for joining us. It really helps us. It really does.
Does Alex? Thank you.
Well,
So
good. I'm
nice
glad
to
I
have a
tried.
town planner, so, so
Thank
badly needed for a long time.
Yeah, yeah, it's phenomenal the difference. Um, so other things that not anticipated 48 hours ahead. It makes no sense for us to meet in 2 weeks because it's New Year's Eve, correct?
Well,
So I
okay,
propose that our next meeting be on January 7th.
yeah.
The other thing that I am proposing is that we return to weekly meetings so that we can get this work done, because especially like um, if there's anything that we're going to be needed for during the RFP process, especially during January, I would I would like us to be able to do the work. And I know we switched to every other week for Blake, but it seems like the select board meets every week and sometimes multiple times a week. So I mean, I don't know. I'll talk to him, but it's just crazy to. We need to get our work done, right? So,
Well,
what do you,
and I think through January it would help me so that way when, as soon as a contract hits, I can send
yeah,
it
we
to
can
you
just
guys. And
go,
if
go,
there's
go.
edits from Laura that are more of a committee base, that would be helpful.
I agree. I'm wondering, ooh, what do you think about asking? I know, well, that would probably unscrupulous, I guess. I was thinking, like, if RDI would review the RFP for us and give us feedback before we put it out. But they're one of the bidders, so we can't do that. Cannot do that, so never mind. Never mind. It would be nice to know before we put it out if it's changed enough to generate interest. But it's a it's another year, so we'll see. Okay, so I move that we resume weekly meetings starting on January 7th of 2026. Do I have a second?
I second it.
All those in favor, Pam
Um,
Perkiner.
I have a question.
Okay, that's true.
I'm
First.
wondering if we shouldn't be notifying or discussing this with our other member who's not here.
We have two other members who are not here.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But the reason for going back to weekly meetings, as you discussed, should that be discussed with him prior to our voting on this?
I don't. I mean, I would like to understand why.
Or may I clarify, maybe?
Yes.
Could
Yeah.
we do weekly meetings just at least until the RFP is published? So like maybe a month, right? And then you can choose after that. At least this will get us through the RFP. Because once it's posted, then there's not really,
Not much to do after that. But
tons.
so my thought is this: we changed the schedule so that Blake could attend, but he has not been able to attend for a lot of meetings, and it's not clear why he's not here tonight since he didn't tell us. But I'm going to assume it's because there's a select board meeting, right?
Well, he also had surgery too on Friday, so
Oh, ooh.
he is attending the meetings virtually, but he's yeah, so
Okay. So the thing that we've learned is that the select board meets almost weekly and sometimes more than once a week, and that's reducing our working ability is not moving us forward and is not increasing his ability to participate. So that's why I'm saying let's go back to weekly so we can get our work done, and that way he can come whenever he can come. So if on a week where there is not a select board meeting, he can come.
Then another question,
Mm-hmm.
would it make sense to amend your motion to include the information that Alex just talked about? Because we need to get the RFP out there. And so for at least another month, we meet, not start beginning January 7th, we meet weekly. So it's like a period of time. It's not forever. I don't know. It's just, that is a question. That's not a comment. It's not something, that I'm pushing for. I'm just wondering, does it make sense to do that, or do we not need to do that?
I don't know. What are your thoughts, Kathy?
I was looking at my calendar and I don't know what Pam said. So
Oh.
there.
Oh, okay. I was, Alex had mentioned that one option would be to meet weekly beginning January 7th, in order to get the RFP completed and out there.
Right.
So we can revisit it. And that's a question. If we could include that comment or not.
Sure. I mean, why not include it? We also, once the RFP is out, we may not need to meet weekly anymore
Right. It depends if there are other options.
until the
Right. Because I would remind the committee that, yes, this site has been purchased and we've been really focused on it. But whatever happens on the site, we know we need more senior housing. And so I would like to see us starting to think about other places and things like that as well. And but so all right, so let's agree that we'll do this for January, and then we'll check in with Blake. Let's give the guy a break, right? And some breathing room at least. And let's say we'll do it through the RFP, and we will revisit the question toward the end of January in consultation. Well, Carolyn will be back, and hopefully Blake will be able to participate too.
So you are amending your.
All right, so here's the motion. I move that for the month of January, we meet weekly in order to move the RFP along, and our next meeting will be January 7th.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor, Kathy Sylvester,
yes.
Pam Predmore,
Yes.
Lily Dwight, yes. Okay. And I will email the two who are not here tonight and tell them that of this decision. If they read the minutes, of course they wouldn't need me to have the email go out, but we know how that happens.
Lily, can I phrase the email that I send out to that list of people to say the same thing?
Absolutely, but can you wait until after I send it to Blake and Carolyn? Because I don't want them to find out from other people, right?
Yes, that makes sense. I'll wait to send anything out until I hear
Yeah,
from you.
you'll be CC'd on the I'll just send out an email that's to everybody on the committee that says, be it known that we will start meeting weekly on January 7th. And after you see that, you can share it with your list. Thank you, Pam. And thank you for doing that. You've been a real stalwart.
Well, if it avoids somebody saying, you don't talk to me, we don't ever hear from you, you don't keep us in the loop. I mean, I don't want us to face that again.
Yeah,
So
will. You know we will, but I appreciate your efforts.
Yeah. And it's a matter of courtesy.
Yes.
And if I were in a similar position, I would want to know. So,
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Well, does anybody have anything else that's come up within the last 48 hours that we no. Excellent. So, Alex, it's in your hands now, right? To get it out to FERCog and ask them. Will you ask them to give us a proposed contract then and stuff?
Yeah, I'll probably just do it first thing tomorrow morning and
Great.
get it out the door, and I'll CC you on everything, Lily, so
Wonderful.
you're...
I think that as the chair of the senior housing, I think I have to sign the contract along with one of you guys.
Yeah, Christopher, I have no signatory authority
Yeah.
either, so don't
Okay.
come to me if you
Okay.
need
I mean, I think I have
power.
to just because it's for senior housing and the CPC
Sure.
money. But
Yeah.
I'm not entirely certain. I don't remember, but whatever. Just make sure we get the right person to sign it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wonderful. All right. Well, I would entertain any concepts about ending the meeting.
I make a motion to adjourn.
second,
All those in favor: Pam Predmore,
I.
Kathy Sylvester,
Yes.
Lily Dwight. Yes. Wonderful. Thank you all very much. And we adjourned at 5:33. And let's stop the recording. Okay, cool. And then I will say that